What's up, Thrashers, and welcome back once again to the Thrash Maniac 99 YouTube channel. And quick little apology for the lack of videos over the past few days. Still kind of dealing with a cold that I got over Christmas weekend, but my throat's feeling a little bit better. It's just my nose won't open up, and it's driving me mad. But I figured I make this video because I wanted to make at least one last video before the end of 2021, and it's a big one. It's the next CD collection update, as I got a big stack of stuff that I either bought or I got for Christmas. Most of it's stuff I got for Christmas. And before I get started, I just want to say thank you all so much for subscribing to the channel over the past 12 months, especially as of late with all the metalheads coming together to check out my stuff. I promise to try and keep up with it as much as I possibly can in 2022. But without further ado, let's get into the updates. So I got a big stack right here. Big stack. So we're going to go through them all and show you what I got. So first off, I have one of the best albums of 2021, Between the Buried and Me Callers 2. So I got this one fairly recently on off the online, and I absolutely adore this album. I can't even speak today. I adore this album. Hell, this was number 6 on my albums of 2021 list. Need I say more? Moving on to, now these next 5 are all going to be from Blue Oyster Cult, and it's in reverse order here, so we're going from the latest to the earliest. We got Fire of Unknown Origin. Yeah, this one's got the hit Burden for You, but there's other great tracks like the title track and Heavy Metal to Black and Silver. Yeah, this is just great, like classic hard rock, traditional heavy metal right here from 1981. So definitely a must-have for any rock music listener. Next up, we got Spectres. Yeah, this one mostly known for Godzilla, but again, there's more to Blue Oyster Cult than just the hits. And this album, I think, kind of proves that. Apart from Godzilla, other great ones like Fireworks, Searching for Celine, Celestial the Queen, Nosferatu. Great stuff there. And then we got the most known album out of their catalog, Agents of Fortune, primarily because of Don't Fear the Reaper. But again, so many others like True Confessions, Sinful Love, Tattoo Vampire, Morning Final. Just, again, more to Blue Oyster Cult than just the hits. Next up, we got Secret Treaties. Yeah, this is kind of a under-the-radar release for Blue Oyster Cult. Perhaps the only known song on this album would be Astronomy, because Metallica covered it on Garage Inc. Great version, by the way. But yeah, this is a very underrated hidden gem in the Blue Oyster Cult discography. If you ask me, of course. And then the final Blue Oyster Cult one I got, they're self-titled from 1972, their debut. Cities on Flames with Rock and Roll with that Black Sabbath wizard riff. Stairway to the Stars, Screams, I'm on the Lamb but I Ain't No Sheep. Very raw, very gritty, really cool stuff. Next 2 are from Deep Purple. So first we got the first album with the Mark II lineup, In Rock, 1970. Tracks like Speed King, Child in Time, Black Knight, Into the Fire. Yeah, the first one with Ian Gillan and Roger Glover in the band. And it really shook up the band in a big way and turned them from being more a psychedelic rock band to hard rock, heavy metal, like one of the earliest metal albums right here, kind of neck and neck with the first 2 Sabbath albums. But yeah, Deep Purple in Rock, and this is the 25th anniversary edition with numerous bonus tracks, like different mixes of some of the tracks. on the album, so there you have it. And then following up with the return of the Mark II lineup in '84, Perfect Strangers, with probably one of our best songs, the title track, Under the Gun, Mean Streak, Hungry Days. Yeah, this was a brilliant comeback for Deep Purple to go back to the classic lineup of the early 70s and just put out a hell of an album in 1984. So there you have it with Perfect Strangers. Next up, I got this from my Earache Records Black Friday buyout, and that's Deicide Stench of Redemption. While I'm not the biggest fan of Deicide's entire career, I will say this ranks among the best albums Deicide ever did. Well, to me, Deicide only have 3 or 4 great albums, like the first 2, to a lesser extent Once Upon the Cross, and this. Everything else to me, I can just skip. But yeah, this album's great. Songs like Homage for Satan, The Lord Sedition, that's a hell of a song with a lot of great guitar melodies. Plus you have Ralph Santalla and Jack Owen in the band at this point, and it revitalized Deicide. At least for one album. The next 2 are from Genesis. First we got 1972's Foxtrot. Most known for the long 23-minute epic Supper's Ready, one of the best progressive rock songs of all time. Yeah, this is during the Peter Gabriel era, and I think this was the second album when Phil Collins was the drummer and did backing vocals, but I love me some 70s prog. And then the follow-up, Selling England by the Pound. I think I like this one just a little bit more, just because there were more standout songs than just Supper's Ready. Songs like Dancing with the Moonlit Night, What I Like, I Know What I Like in Your Wardrobe, Thrith of Fifth, The Cinema Show. Jeez, my cold is really messing with my head. But yeah, a couple of great 70s progs. Next up, to kind of get closer to completing the Hooded Menace collection, and if you guys saw the Horseman podcast, you would know I got this as a present, and that's Ossuarium Silhouettes Unhallowed, the album that came out before the new one, Tritonus Bell. But yeah, I gave this album a listen, and it's almost as good as Tritonus Bell in my opinion. But yeah, this is awesome. So I'm only missing the first album, Fulfill the Curse, and Darkness Strips Forth, and then I would have everything from one of the best Death Doom bands going currently. Next up, another Christmas present from my parents, and that was Creator Extreme Aggression, the remastered double disc set that comes with their live show in East Berlin in 1990. I believe Coroner and Tankard play that show too. But it was a classic set, and another classic from Creator. So now I got their classic era completed, but I still need to get the 3 of their most recent ones. Violent Revolution, Hordes of Chaos, Enemy of God, and then I'd have everything I'd want from Creator. Next up, another one that I got from the Horseman podcast for Christmas, and that's compilation album from Malevolent Creations, Memories of a Beast. Yeah, this is pretty much a greatest hits of albums when they were not on Roadrunner, when they were on different labels, so it's kind of missing some of the classics in my opinion, but still really cool stuff. And then, rather controversial one, and I got covered the nipples for this, Marduk's Fuck Me Jesus EP, their debut EP from 1991. Back when Andreas Axelsen, a.k.a. Dread, was their original vocalist, and they were more blackened death metal at this time. Then, this one I got yesterday in the mail, and that is Mortem's Ravensvart, which was my favorite black metal album of 2019, and it's more symphonic black metal. This to me sounds like a mix between the first Mayhem album and the first Emperor album. It has like vibes of both of those combined into one. It's epic, it's evil, it's brutal. Songs like Blood Horizon, Port Darkness being my personal favorite, The Core. just top to bottom. And this was unexpected, because I was expecting a death metal album, because I saw that Mortem started out as a death metal band out of Norway, and I was thinking, we're going to get some cool death metal. I was plumb surprised to hear what this album brought, and I love it. Next two from Napalm Death that I also got from that Earache Records Black Friday sale. First, the classic debut Scum. Need I say more? It's one of the pioneering albums in grindcore. And then the follow-up, From Enslavement to Obliteration. And again, need I say more? Following up after that, we got one of my favorites from last year, 2020, and that is Necrophobic's Dawn of the Damned. This is like the perfect amalgamation of black metal and death metal, but with more melody attached and a bit more of a sinister vibe. To me, this is probably the best blackened death metal album I've heard in a few years, next to the recent Hate album. But yeah, this definitely more on the melodic side and a little bit more towards black metal here, even though it's still very death metal oriented a lot of the times. More like melodic death metal, kind of like more of a continuation of where Dissection left off with Storm of the Light's Bane, but embracing a little more of the old school Swedish death metal vibes at the same time. So great, awesome stuff right here. Next three, kind of completing my Obscura collection. I have the first three, now I have the latest three. So we got Acroasis. Definitely, in my opinion, the weakest out of all the Obscura albums, but it's still amazing. Like, they don't have a stinker at all. This album definitely pushing their technicality even further, as well as being able to write more proggy tracks, like the final one, Welt Seal, because it's like 16 minutes or something. Just awesome album right here. Then the follow-up and their last one on Relapse Records, Diluvium, which completed their 4-album story that started with Cosmogenesis and ended here, all about the space, sci-fi stuff. Tracks like Ethereal Skies with the clean vocals, kind of like Cynic, but yeah, just in my opinion, better than Acroasis. And then it gets even better with their latest one and first one on Nuclear Blast, A Valediction. This was in my top 10 of this year. Absolutely love it. Tracks like When Stars Collide, Devoured Usurper, Orbital Elements 2, just top to bottom, best tech death album of 2021. Next two were also from my parents, and people might be shocked I didn't have these already, but here we go. Pink Floyd, we got Dark Side of the Moon and Wish You Were Here. Two classics from the 70s, psychedelic prog. I don't even need to talk about them, honestly. Next up, another one that I got from the Horseman podcast for Christmas, and that's Shining with Five Halmstad. Depressive, suicidal, progressive black metal from Sweden. Very, very, very disturbing stuff right here. Only got 3 left. Next up, the last one I got from the Earache Records Black Friday sale. We got Sleep Holy Mountain. Absolutely adore this album. Better in my opinion than Dope Smoker, I am going to say that right now. Holy Mountain is just more straightforward, it's more groovy, rockin'. Absolutely perfect debut. And it's cool to think that the recording of this was a demo they did and sent it to Earache like, hey, are you interested in this? And they released it as it was as a demo because it sounded so cool. So that's a pretty cool story. Next up, also from my parents, and people might be shocked I didn't have this already, but Super Unknown by Soundgarden. I mean, the classic in the mid-90s. I mean, everybody knows Spoon Man and especially Black Hole Sun, but holy crap. Really, really, really good stuff. And then finally, from the Horseman Podcast Christmas stream, I got Wormed Metaphysical, or Metaportal. Their latest EP on Century, or not, god damn it, I cannot speak. This cold's messing with me. Season of Mist Records. And yeah, only 4 songs, but it's really cool. And hopefully they put out a full length in 2022. Tomorrow starting. But yeah, that was a quick rundown of my biggest stack. I got plenty of others coming here in the next month. So I'm hoping to try and do the collection updates at least once a month to kind of keep you guys in the loop as to where my collection is. And counting the CDs that are coming soon, 507 total. I have now reached over 500 albums, and I couldn't be happier. So yeah, it's really, really cool to go on this ride with you guys. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Horns high. See you in next year.
I'm very mad right now. You're kidding me. You are kidding me.
Nah.
He was kidding me. Bruh.
No, I'm not.
No.
I win.
Are you kidding me? No.
I had 4.
I was 1 card away.
No,
1 card.
clutch.
No, dude. Unbelievable. I had 3 7s and a wild card, as well as 3 8s, 2 9s. I was there, dude. No.
So, yeah, it is what it is. But anyways, I whooped his ass.
Boo! Trash game!